All right, guys. So today we are going to be talking about the playable pros that are available in PGA Tour 2K23. There's supposed to be, I think, 14 playable pros at launch, and they will be adding more post-launch. So let's watch this little teaser trailer that they put up. Shout out to 2K for sending this stuff early to me so I could make content. Now let's watch this trailer together. Also, before we get too deep into it, I did want to mention that I will be streaming tonight, twitch.tv/TheApexHound1. I'm probably going to be streaming, I think, around 9 p.m. It's going to be a later one, but it should be fun. We're doing the World Cup of Golf tournament. It's basically a send-off tournament for PGA Tour 2K21. Me and Alex all shot. We've won our first two matches. Let's see if we can keep the unbeaten and winning streak going. Let's get it. All right, so we're starting with the shot of Tiger here. A glorious shot of Tiger walking down the fairway towards the 18th green with the crowd watching him. So let's just watch this start to finish, and then we'll break it down a little bit after that. All right, Tiger Woods, of course. We got Justin Thomas, cover athlete for 2K21, Lexi Thompson, Tony Finau, Lydia Ko, LPGA players, John Rahm. John Rahm's a big one, actually. Brooke Henderson, Colin Morikawa, Will Zalatoris, Ricky Fowler, Xander Schauffele, and Justin Rose. So, hell yeah, we got Ricky. We got Ricky, baby. And, of course, you have Michael Jordan as well if you pre-ordered the standard edition. So, yeah, I mean, when I was in London, I did see that Ricky Fowler was a playable character, but I couldn't mention it. But super hyped up that Ricky's in the game. So, you got this shot of Tiger here. I think Tiger's character model is probably one of the best. His arms aren't as juicy as they are in real life right now, though. That's for sure. Tony Finau there. His model is probably similar enough to 2K21, I'd say, but now they have his custom swing. They probably did more mocap and improved his visuals. But yeah, he was in 2K21 as well. It doesn't seem like all of the players that were in 2K21 have carried over to 2K23, though. And there was some snippets of Harold Varner in some of the previous trailers, but now that he's gone to live, I don't know if they're just going to remove him from the game entirely. That is to be decided, I would imagine. I'm not sure. I don't have any info on that yet, just in case you're asking me, because I know he was spotted in some of the trailers previously. He's not in the press release here where they talk about all of the playable pros, but it does say at the bottom of the press release and more, which we'll read that in a second. We got John Rahm, we got the ping gear there, Brooke Henderson, Colin Morikawa, he's a new addition. He looks good. Hopefully he has his little swing. Will Zalatoris, of course, a new addition as well. And then you have Ricky Fowler, Xander Schauffele's a big one, and Justin Rose as well, which is very cool indeed. Justin Rose there doing a fist pump and celebration. I do have a couple screenshots here. As you can see, we have Colin Morikawa there looking real good. Colin. I think Colin Morikawa's character model looks good, actually. There's Lexi Thompson. There's Tony Finau. There's Lydia Ko. And here is a list of all the playable pros that they said here. So Tiger Woods, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Lexi Thompson, Lydia Ko, Brooke Henderson, John Rahm, Will Zalatoris, Justin Rose, Tony Finau, Ricky Fowler, and Xander Schauffele. They showed all these in the trailer. It does say and more to come, which we'll read a little bit about in the press release now. So I'm just going to read a little snippet from the press release now and talk a little bit about what I think about that. So, quote, each pro is decked in true-to-life attire and gear and features a unique set of attributes representative of their skill set. So, like, Tony Finau will obviously have, like, power hitter. John Rahm will have power hitter, and Will Zalatoris will probably have the yips on his putting. No, but seriously, we're gonna have some fun with these pros, no doubt. I'm gonna be playing with them all the time. So you can play with them in exhibition, multiplayer, and Divot Derby, or go head to head with them in a battle to climb the leaderboard and claim the FedEx Cup in PGA Tour My Career mode, obviously. So the pros available at launch in PGA Tour 2K23 include all of the ones that I just mentioned. So it says at the bottom of the bullet points of all the players there, and more, which is interesting because under that as well, it says additional pros and celebrity guests will be available post-launch. More details coming soon. So that suggests to me that additional pros and celebrity guests are coming post-launch, but the and more means that there's more at launch, like at the actual launch of the game, which is interesting because they have already listed the 13 people here, except for the one Harold Varner who wasn't spotted in the trailer. So that will be an interesting topic of discussion going forward, no doubt about it. But I think it's a good roster for launch, especially if they're going to be adding pros free post-launch. That would be great. I don't know if they're going to be free post-launch. I believe I saw somewhere that they will, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's a good list of guys. We have Tiger Woods, obviously, as the star of the game. You got Justin Thomas and then Tony Finau returning from 2K21. You got the first LPGA pros like Lexi Thompson, Lydia Ko, Brooke Henderson. You got new additions like Will Zalatoris, Colin Morikawa, John Ram, Ricky Fowler, who was actually in the EA Sports game or whatever, the Rory McIlroy game back in 2015. He must finally be done his contract. Was Justin Rose in that as well? Was Justin Rose in? I think Justin Rose might have been in the Rory McIlroy game as well back then. Xander Schauffele is a new addition as well, and I think that's a great addition to have. But overall, yeah, like I said, I think it's a good starting point, and I do believe that they'll have more pros post-launch, and it should be real interesting and fun. And this is kind of a very interesting thing now with the whole live golf. Like, I know that EA Sports probably would have had, like, the EA Sports game probably would have had Dustin Johnson in it. Are they not going to have Dustin Johnson now because he joined live? Are all of the live players completely off limits to be in these video games? That is, ooh, that could be very interesting going forward, because that could be a big hit for some of these guys. Like, the Dustin Johnson not being in your game would be pretty big. Some of these players that have joined live, like Dustin Johnson, is a huge draw, and he would just won the first live tournament there. He won his first live tournament there and hold a banger of a putt on the playoff. But I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. I can't imagine that they will be allowed in the game, as it's a PGA Tour game, especially this one. This is like a PGA Tour game. The EA Sports one, maybe not, but I think it's also called EA Sports PGA Tour. So I don't know. I doubt that the PGA Tour would be happy with a live golfer being in their game, or whatever rights that they have in the game. That is, I'm not sure. Obviously, they don't make the game, but they do have copyright rights and stuff like that. So yeah, that's an interesting one to keep an eye on going forward. If I wonder, like, if one of these golfers did join live going forward, like, what would happen? I don't know. Would they take them out? It's just, I don't know. The whole world of golf is in disarray and madness. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video talking about the Playable Pros. Let me know who you're going to do your first round as. I would be very intrigued to see who you're going to do your first round as. I can't imagine that most people won't be saying Tiger, because I mean, most people are going to say Tiger, let's be real. But let me know if you're going for someone else. Anyway, thanks for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. We will obviously have way more PGA Tour 2K23 content on the channel in the near future. Exciting stuff coming up. Stay tuned. See you next time.